And we're back. Hello. Welcome back. So when we left off, we come back from our commercial break in the TV show that we're making, and we see Lorelai pop up between these two people about to duel in a burst of magical light. Something's weird about the way that she appears. The geek might recognize it because you can't make light with magic. Magic doesn't make light. It uses light. You can capture light and save it for later and use it for things like that. But you can't make light. Lorelai appears in like a burst of like white and pink light, and like commands the attention of everyone around. It's like just her presence is enough to sort of get everyone's attention. And she says, no dueling, not at my party, not when the band is about to go on. And then the like more doors than used to be on this house, because you were here, like Molly would notice, more doors open. There was a room over there, but now it's like a giant ballroom. And inside that giant ballroom, you can hear a band starting to play. And it has to be Duran Duran. And so I think we hear the camera clicks of Girls on Film. And so it's, and then like Girls on Film picks up, and people start to like funnel into this big dance hall. I think who goes in first? I mean, obviously Lorelai is dragging moves aside, and she has found Gary and Wyatt, and she's escorting Gary and Wyatt in. So what does everybody else do? I'll call on some. Actually, it looks like Jay, you have something to say.
Of course, I'm the first one in there.
Oh yeah. So you get in there. It's Duran Duran is playing at this weird college party, which is super weird because they should definitely be in Japan based on their touring schedule. Like, what's going on? But they're here and they're playing Girls on Film, and it's them. And people are kind of like filing in and filling up the place. What does Molly do?
I mean, I think I'm fairly close behind Lorelai and Wyatt, although not next to them.
Okay, so you're just keeping a safe distance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I have a plan I need to execute, so I can't lose Wyatt, right?
Right.
Then my plan would go poorly.
Right. So you're keeping an eye on Wyatt. Make sure you know where he's at. What about Steph?
Oh yeah. So Steph is upset, like makes this sound about the lack of a duel. Whatever. But then I think my date Antonio, we went through this. We practiced beforehand about how he's supposed to lead me to the dance floor in order to give me the best entrance possible. I'm going to say this is part of me using Antonio for my personal gain, because sure. My parents made sure to pay that Antonio had excellent dancing lessons, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
Do you have a choreographed dance that you had him learn?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like the gayest, 80est versions of the tango. I'm just gonna
absolutely to Girls on Film.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing it in the background. Actually, I'm playing all the music we mentioned in the background, and I'm resisting the urge to keep bopping while on stream.
Right. Okay, great. So we see Steph and Antonio enter. I think, what do we see Parker do?
Well, I'm not going to go listen to Duran Duran.
And I think you see Veronica, now that everyone's distracted, making their way into another part of the house.
Yeah. Parker's probably going to follow Veronica, but also is thinking in the back of her head, like, now is the perfect time to do a crime.
Yeah.
Where's that engine?
Yeah. So I think we get a scene of you, like, do you catch up? I think you and Veronica end up going the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
And Veronica's like, what, are you following me or?
No, can I walk here?
Okay, but like everybody's going that way?
I don't want to listen to Duran Duran.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And she looks you up and down, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe you can help me.
Maybe you can help me.
What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
And there's like, she sort of gets a little flirty, and she's like, "You want to do a crime?"
I have a number of crimes planned, and I just sort of put my arm out.
And it's the gay part of and so like I think she takes your hand and she's like, "Let's go steal some shit."
Hell yeah.
And like heads for the stairs.
Does this count as using my bad rep to get a date?
Absolutely.
All right, I get a heart.
And so I think we're gonna get a montage of everyone else in the, like, we're gonna jump back and forth between quick scenes of what's going on in the dance floor, and then when it cuts to Parker and Veronica, it'll be the same sort of vibe as the dance, like going up, but then you're doing like you're robbing the place.
Yeah.
So let's open with Simon. Do you want to give us a detail of what's going on in the big party in the like Duran Duran dance hall?
There we go. I think it is spontaneous dancing breaking out, right? I think everyone's pairing off into pairs or groups, just dancing, right? I think that's the general feel of the whole room. Oh, you're muted now, Kurt.
So we see everyone pairing up. The dance floor like lights up when people step on sections, and so we're getting these like light, orchestra situation that's matching the music. And we get the top down of like the whole dance floor, and then we see like a ripple go through the dance floor as Lorelai moves through the dance floor, and people just get out of the way. And she's walking with Wyatt to go and like make a big show in the middle of the dance floor to like dance with Wyatt. There's two things that are happening. I need two people to make a reaction roll. One, Molly, you're seeing Wyatt dance with someone else, and Steph, you are not the center of attention.
I know
so
it
I
has
need you
to be
both...
magic. This is not. This cannot be real.
So
I was actually thinking I was going to ask if I could like.
So first, I need you to make a reaction roll to see if you take a condition from that event. So Molly, let's have you go first. What? How does it feel? Like, what is it? What happens? There?
I mean, I don't actually know that I am that much sort of changed in my emotional state than I was, 5 minutes ago, because like this is what I expected to happen, right? I'm definitely jealous of Lorelai, but I'm not crushed or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we see if there's like is there like a jealousy thing that sort of hits you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to roll? Do you want to roll psych or?
Yeah, let's roll psych. What's jealousy? What color is jealousy?
So jealousy would be.
That sounds like a deep philosophical question.
Yeah. So I think it could be two things. You could be scared that you are going to lose your chance to get with Wyatt, or you could be aggressive.
Oh, I'm definitely scared. Definitely scared.
I was going to say aggressive Molly would be hilarious, but we'll save that for later.
She just has to play some anti-grav beer pong first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I feel like I said, I don't think her emotional state has changed that much. So I feel like it's fair to say that the emotion is D8.
Okay.
Psych is D6.
Yeah. Another thing I forgot to put on here that for people to track is when you roll your current emotional state, you mark a stress, and you only have one stress box. But I didn't give it to you anywhere for you to mark that. But on the character sheet, if you're playing, it looks like you probably are using a paper one. There is a little spot to mark stress. So after this roll, you would mark stress.
Okay.
But it looks like you got a 6.
Yep.
And you're just trying to not end up. So you're going to take a condition, but you get to decide what it is.
Mhm.
So what is it that happens to Molly? Like what?
Yeah, I think the condition is sort of like deflated, right? Because like when they went onto the dance floor, I was jealous of Lorelai, and then I see them dance, and then I'm like, oh, I can't live up to that. How can I confess my feelings when Wyatt clearly is into this amazing, magical, beautiful Lorelai person?
Yeah. So do you want to mark deflated on yellow, maybe? Because it's hard to feel happy while you're
Yeah.
cool.
And then the next song that plays is 99 Loof Balloons.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So 99 Lift Balloons comes on. Steph, what do you do to try to take control of this situation?
I think, Molly, would it make sense that Steph knows about your plans, or did you keep this like a secret?
I don't think I told you my plans, but I think that like since you know me from high school, I'm a fairly hard on my sleeve kind of person. So like with any sort of attention paid to me this evening at all, it's pretty clear like what I'm thinking. So if you want to divine it, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, I think what it looks like is Steph comes over, places a hand on your shoulder, like this is a rare moment of kindness.
She's touching me. Oh my god. I'm sorry. He's touching me. Oh my
god. and Steph is like, don't worry, Molly, darling. I've got this. And I'm snapping my fingers for Antonio to show up on the other side. And I'm going to step forward to try to see if I can grab the attention of the room. I allow my hair to like catch more of the light and the glitter of my eyes to shift and change in order to do so. But yeah, basically I'm still feeling wrathful, I think, and passionate and stuff. But I think in this moment, I'm definitely aggressive. I'm like,
okay.
I'm taking it. This attention belongs to me for good reason.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're rolling glam.
Yeah.
That's like your style and how cool you are. And then if you're aggressive, then that's orange, and you're right next to red, so you're rolling a d6.
Ooh, okay.
So you got a d8 and a d6. And the risk here is that everyone sees through the facade because you are not able to pull focus from Lorelai.
Oh my gosh, that really is a risk. Can I also throw in my filthy rich to get a +2?
Oh yeah, because like you've prepared for this, right?
Yeah, I have backup plans for like if I'm not the center of attention. Oh my god. So I'm gonna say like in particular, what it's gonna look like is I have a costume change, right? I just step through and I spent all of this money on this glamour to just make it look absolutely effortless. As I have my magical girl transformation happen in just like a few seconds.
Awesome.
Okay, so roll glam +2. Okay. I could do this. So that's a d8 and a d6.
Yep.
All right. And then add 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
12.
So you got a 12 plus. Which means you get great effect. So not only do you get what you want, which was to take control of the room, but you get more than you want. So
can I say I have a magical girl transformation for Molly?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, 100%. So
oh my gosh.
So
I'm like, what is happening?
So
yeah, like I should. Oh my god, it has to be never-ending story, right? Anyway, so I reach out a hand. We have and the song is still going on, right? But you and I hear never-ending story, right? As I reach out to take your hand and I pull you close, and I say, Molly, I believe in you.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And the party sort of the focus shifts to Steph, but also Molly. Like Molly is now in the center of attention. Like there's this eye of the storm of attention, and it is pulled away from Lorelai to sit squarely on Steph and Molly. And Molly, you get the sense that Lorelai can feel the shift and pushes on Wyatt's back, and he steps in to offer Molly a hand, and he's like, did you want to dance?
Oh my god. Yes. She's very flustered, but yes.
And you suddenly know choreography. Like the dance happens, and like Molly can't. It's impossible for you to do anything wrong in this dance. You're worried. Like when you take your first step, you're like, oh my god, but I don't know. And then it just happens as if by magic someone is influencing enough that you look awesome. And Steph and Antonio, we see, so there's like this pair dance that's sort of like tangoing around, and you know, what song changes? Because Night in Luft Balloons does not feel like the song for this moment. The magical girl transformation happens, all that happens, and then we get the cool dance scene. What's the new song?
Oh my gosh, what do you think? Like, I'm really tempted to make a never-ending story, but, you know, just because it'd be like super cute and ridiculous. But
yeah,
what do you think?
I'm into that. I think I love a never-ending story. Yes, let's do it.
Awesome. And so this never-ending story is playing, and we get do we get like a flashback of like you and Wyatt as kids, like watching Never-Ending Story or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And and like then we notice that you're wearing a different dress. You're like wearing the I can't remember the name of the character at the end, but she's wearing like a beautiful white dress or whatever at the end of Never-Ending Story.
Isn't that the childlike empress?
Yeah. So you got like this, you got that look going on. And then the camera like spins around, follows the party like as it gets wider. And then there's like a fade, and we pick up in like a lab upstairs. And there's like a similar sort of dance happening, but it's like with the passing of like things that you found and seeing like, oh my gosh, look at this. But then like you're so what's going on upstairs, Parker?
So Parker and Veronica are just having a gay old time. Grabbing things, spinning them around, being like, what's this do? Firing laser guns, pushing random buttons, grabbing stuff. Yeah.
Nice. I think you're looking for the engine,
mm-hmm.
and you find like a ritual sort of circle mm-hmm. built around like an old Mac 2. Like it's like built into this. So there's like some technology built into it, right? Because it's the Technology and Thaumaturgy Club. And so they've done some strange ritual with this computer. And you're looking at it, and Veronica's like, is this a summoning?
I don't know.
And like she goes to sort of sift through some stuff, and you find a couple volumes of a grimoire that I think we saw in like an earlier scene. Like there was we get a flashback to Osiris and Steph's conversation where we saw Steph holding a grimoire that looked exactly like this. And there's a couple of them there, and Veronica opens them up to look through and is like, do you understand this? And like passes it to you.
What do I find?
So you find a summoning ritual,
mm-hmm.
Which says it should summon a fairy.
Okay.
And it looks like it's already happened. Like it looks like the ritual has taken place.
I think someone summoned a fairy.
She's like, okay, but like fairies aren't real.
I mean, magic.
Yeah, but like, okay, but like making fire out of light, like that's just heat exchange. What?
Well, this is just exchange of light into fairies.
Okay, I guess. Is that who that weirdo was downstairs?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's of course the hot lady. Yeah.
Okay.
If a bunch of nerds are gonna use a summoning ritual to make a fairy lady, she's gonna be hot.
Okay, yeah, I get your point. And they're like, can we get one? Like, can we make a wish or something? Like, can we get something out of this?
Is there like anything that I can tell that's like a control aspect to it, or like like if I click on the computer, does anything boot up or something? Or...
Yeah, so you're trying to figure it out. So why don't we roll to see if you can like figure out the ritual?
Sure.
So it's probably mental, which is a great stat for you.
It's the best.
And you're feeling yellow, you're feeling happy. But
Yeah.
What do you think about this action? What do you think about trying to figure out this ritual situation?
Yeah, I'm definitely, since this is like dark magic stuff, I'm probably more in the sort of like cautious sort of space. So would that be orange?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
Vigilant.
All right, sure.
Yeah. On guard.
All right. Oh, and does this count as like being in control for the crime stuff?
Yeah, totally.
So what does in control mean?
So in control means that you have +2.
Ooh, nice.
When it like if you're doing something, and I'm gonna say because it's like a ritual and not just like a shady deal, you're probably not gonna get a free, like sometimes you just get a free roll, right? Like if you were just trying to buy something illicit, you wouldn't have to roll to do that, but like Molly would, right? So
all right, well, I'll roll with a +2 then. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. You got a 7. So that is a mixed success. So I'm going to say that you understand the ritual, like you understand what happened, but it's difficult to recreate. You think you might need more bodies, like you need more people to get it to work.
If you look over at the circle here, Veronica, it looks like you need to have some people standing in the various. We don't have enough people.
Okay. Well, why don't we just go get a couple dupes from downstairs?
I mean, there's something else I wanted to find along the way.
Was it me?
I mean, you are an enticing bonus. Wow, you're smooth.
And so I think that scene cuts to like we cut there for a second and we go back downstairs and check on everyone else. And then we could pick up with like what the result, like whether you came downstairs or what happened there. So we cut back to the party and we see Simon. What's Simon doing at the dance?
Is Duran Duran still on stage?
Oh yeah, they're still playing.
Yeah,
They've
they're like
played every
confusedly playing Neverending Story. They're like,
yeah, they are currently playing Neverending Story.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, like any band, there's several guitars on the side of the stage.
Yeah.
So I think Simon's going up on the stage, and he'll grab one of Andy Taylor's guitars.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play. I know how to play, so I'm gonna go play.
Yeah, and you get that moment where they're like when they call someone up on stage to come play with the band kind of thing, and he like waves you up. He's like, yeah, get up here, and they move over, and like you get the like you get to decide what song comes on next. So like what's the Duran Duran song that you cue up?
Well, of course it's "Hungry Like the Wolf."
Okay. So "Hungry Like the Wolf" kicks in. We see you playing. It's like this. The lighting is like we get the cool like what color light is behind you? Because that kind of sets emotion too, right? Like what kind of emotion do we have going in this scene?
So I think It's let me check. I think because it's me, it's indigo light.
Oh yeah, nice. So we get this like indigo light, and the like it sort of like comes up like lasers, right? And let me
Yeah.
pull up your sheet, Simon. And the song comes up, and you're playing, like he just steps back and lets you play, and so like you were definitely the one playing the guitar for this, and the crowd sort of turns and they're watching, and like some people are cheering you on, and you're getting a lot of attention.
Nice.
Is that a problem for you?
It could be.
Does this like, do you hit something in bug out bag here
I
or
could.
something like that?
So, yeah, I'm looking at that. No, so I'm looking at the mask, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So I think I'm not going to use my appearance as a shield. I think I'm gonna let everyone see the real me,
Nice.
right? So I think as I'm getting more attention, right? Maybe I come out of my suit jacket
Mm-hmm.
and I undo my tie and maybe a couple
Nice.
of buttons. I keep the
Yeah.
vest on though. I keep the
Oh,
vest
for
on.
sure.
Yeah.
And we get the like, do we get the where you kind of looked a little nerdy because of the suit, and then now it's
Yeah.
like now you look really good?
Yes. I tie the tie around my yes.
Nice. So we get the like 80s magical transformation where you become more desirable in that moment.
In that moment,
And
yes.
people can see the real Simon. Is there, let's see. So yeah, so you get I think for the mask, so you get XP. Because it's a one shot, I'm just gonna let y'all spend XP to like raise a trait. So you could just boost a trait one die step. So like you can do that now if you want, or when like, so yeah, so you get a little cooler or a little more confident, or however that looks. And the group, the party starts to like look to you. What is and then it cuts back to Parker and Veronica, and Hungry Like the Wolf is playing. What's the scene we come back in on?
I think Parker and Veronica are like grabbing a few different things, or like getting ready to go get a few people. And they're I think there's a moment where they sort of like spin into each other. And there's a like very brief kiss, as in they continue spinning apart, off into grabbing more things and being like, oh, well, what if we grab that guy? I don't know. Spin.
Nice. Awesome. I love it. And so we have this like cool like whirlwind scene of y'all figuring out what's the take up there, and like getting these cool little intimate moments on the beats of the Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah.
Is there, so when we see you two back downstairs, or do you keep searching for your engine? Is that what?
I think Parker is thinking that, well, if this ferry's doing weird stuff, I could probably just get the engine, or even something better from the ferry.
Yeah, for sure.
And Parker's definitely sort of feeling like I need to be like ready and prepared.
Mhm.
So I think is probably going to try and sober up.
Okay.
Does the Science and Thaumaturgy Club have like a hangover begone gun?
Yeah, they would definitely have something like that. Yeah. It's like a spray. It's like a banaka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you find the hangover begone banaka spray there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can clear your condition.
Awesome.
Nice. So cool. So we cut back to Steph and Antonio. What's the, like, you are in control of down there. Your friend Simon is like killing it on stage. What do we see Antonio and Steph? Like, what were you hoping to get out of having Antonio here?
Oh yeah. So I think like what I really want is well, it's not what my heart wants, but my initial plan was to have people know that Antonio and I could very much be an item, like a power couple. I think that's really what I'm going for. So I think we start leading people in a dance, like a group dance to Hungry Like the Wolf, right?
Nice. So we see that, and Antonio's like he's playing his part perfectly. But you catch Osiris from the sidelines, and they point to Molly, and they nod, like, good job. Like, that's the thing that impressed them. Not that you and Antonio are this like power couple. It's that you did something nice for your friend. And so they nod to you, and you get the sense that they're like that they're gonna back off, right? Like they're gonna stop trying to be so aggressive. Like the relationship has lost the tinge of like anger to it. And we see like as he points to Molly, and you look over to see Molly there, the camera like comes in for a close up of Molly and Wyatt. And what's the song that comes on after Hungry Like the Wolf that was your big plan?
Oh my God. I forgot about that. I don't know 80 songs. Some romantic slow dance.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We already used Time After Time.
Yeah.
So
It could
let's see
be
what
Take
else we.
Your Breath Away.
Yeah.
Take My Breath Away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
I was going to say, also, I'm clearing deflated because I'm not deflated right now. I'm
Yeah.
inflated, in fact.
Oh yeah, Unchained Melody is good. Take Your Breath Away. Yeah. And so that song comes up, and what were you gonna do? What was your big thing?
Yeah. So, like, I probably had like a whole like speech in my head prepared, and that's all just gone now. Because I wasn't actually imagining that we would be dancing during the speech. Like, I have to move my feet too. But yeah, I think I have like a huge grin on my face, and I think I just ask him out on a date, right? Like, hey, maybe tomorrow if you want to go see a movie together.
And he's like, I love that was the big. You're like, finally my chance. You want to go see a movie? And he's like,
after all,
he's like, really? You want to go out with me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just never thought you'd be into me. Like
No,
that.
but I thought that about you.
You thought that about me?
Yeah.
But you're so cool.
Difference of opinion. Agree to disagree.
And I think he says something like nerdy that you do.
Yeah.
That he's like, that's the thing he thinks is so cool.
So
and he's like, yeah, yes, I would love to. And then like the you get the big spin and a big old dip.
Yes.
And then like there's the moment, I think, where you tell me what you want to happen. Is this the moment where you two kiss, or is this the moment where you're like, nah, not yet?
I think not yet.
Yeah. And it's like the movie wants you two to kiss, but then like the tension break is that you're like, okay, but we just like agreed to go on a first date. So sorry, I don't really know how to get out of it. He's like awkward about it. He's like, I don't know how to get out of a dip. Sorry. And he just like picks you back up awkwardly.
I love it so much.
And then we find I think where do we see Parker and Veronica come down?
I think Parker and Veronica come down maybe through like a side entrance to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just like sort of slide into the crowd. Mhm.
So we see you like easing your way into the crowd.
Mhm.
And the camera, I think, follows you through the crowd to see where you're headed. Where are you going?
Well, we got to get some pansies.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Uh, yeah, I think probably not people in the like science and technology and thaumaturgy club because they'd probably know about this whole thing.
Right.
So like random like party goer sort of people.
Okay.
Looking for people who uh, uh, seem like they just sort of be up for stuff, and definitely if Parker sees Osiris, she would ask him as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you definitely find Osiris.
Mhm.
And I think Osiris is like, you missed the cutest thing. And
I would actually like to know what Parker's reaction to Simon jamming on stage is.
Oh, Parker definitely is rolling her eyes. She's like, I still don't like it. Like, good job, but
so I think Osiris sees
have fun. Good for you.
Osiris sees you looking, and they're like, he at least seems to be having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, there's no accounting for taste.
None whatsoever. And they're like, so you said something about a what now?
Oh, some sort of dark evil summoning ritual to control a fairy.
I'm in. And Veronica like scoots up with a couple of like jocks who are just like, where are we going? Like they don't know what's happening. And I think we see you two start to drag your way out of the party. Does anybody see them leaving? Like, does anybody else want to? Are any other players? Do you want to have an part of this? Whatever's coming next with this ritual situation.
I only got eyes for Wyatt right now.
Okay.
I think Simon swapped out a guitar for a saxophone because there's a big saxophone piece in the "Take My Breath Away" piece.
Oh yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I will say that Steph does feel like they owe Parker, for covering up that drunken mess that Steph was. So whatever Parker asks of Steph, Steph will do it.
Mm.
Well, then, do you want to come do a ritual, Steph?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, me and my dark grimoire here,
Nice. So then I think we see the rest of you upstairs, sort of taking your place around where you saw the where Parker pointed out previously that there need to be people here.
Mm-hmm.
And the jocks are like, what are we doing? Like there's like
it'll give you the best drugs. Don't even worry about it. It's perfect. You're gonna feel so great.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, awesome. And they just stand there and they say whatever you tell them to say. So what does this look like? Like what do we get? What does this situation look like for this ritual?
I feel like maybe it's sort of like a coordinated, almost like circle dance.
Mm-hmm.
So like with the like ritual stuff written on the circle on the ground and all the different tech things, maybe like you have to step on various runes and also like little pedals that are connected to the computer.
Yeah.
In like a sequence. As
like
people
Dance Mania.
Kinda,
Like...
yeah. But magic. Magic DDR, yeah.
Nice. So we get a magic DDR scene where like I think this is going to be a roll.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably a group action, so we'll let you've got a bunch of like NPCs and then Steph. So Steph, how are you helping? Like what does Steph do to make this ritual happen?
Yeah, I think Steph is going to reveal that they've been studying, like they know surprisingly a lot about how to help this ritual take place. And so they're going to be working with Parker to make sure everyone gets the timing exactly right.
Parker's
Nice.
definitely like, I knew you were cool.
Nice.
And Steph is going to be like, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Nice. And Steph, you recognize the other two books that they're reading from are like identical to your grimoire. Like they look like other volumes in a series. But you managed to get everybody kind of on time, right? Like you're following the cadence of the magical DDR game that's happening here. And what is the like magic side of it look like on screen? Like we get the shot there, we have the lighting we have this like probably like a mix of red and green light that's like funneling into the computer and in like circuitry like ways on the ground. What do we see from Parker to like close off this ritual?
I think you have to close off the ritual with a kiss.
Oh, nice. Is it like a pair up situation? Like, does everybody just turn and kiss the person next to them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing you and Veronica.
Sure.
Okay. Do we just have the football bros kiss each other?
Sure.
Yeah.
And that means 100%. Osiris.
Yeah. And then Osiris and Steph.
Oh my god. I bet he smells like something amazing. It's so horrible. I hate it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, I'm going to get this black lipstick all over my lips.
And I think we actually see like a physical spark when Steph kisses Osiris. Like magical electricity just like shoots off. Yeah.
And I'm so mortified that we are like compatible magically.
Yes. You complement each other perfectly. Your complementary colors. And there's like suddenly like a whirlwind starts blasting through this room and stuff is flying everywhere and the computer is like stuff starts going crazy on the computer. It's the scene from Weird Science. Like it's just that scene. And like it's going flying, and you get the sense that you are not going to be able to stop this ritual from happening. And there's I need someone to roll to see how it went. So Parker, do you want to roll with +2 because you got all these bonuses going?
Yeah. What am I rolling?
So this is probably, I would say you tell me because it's a magical kissing ritual. So what do you think
probably?
What's that?
Glam, probably.
Sure. Yeah, you could roll glam for this.
Mm-hmm.
And then what emotion do you feel about all this?
Passionate.
Okay. So we get this like red die going on. So you're rolling a D4 and a D6.
Not the best, but hey.
Yeah. You got heart.
Yeah.
You have +2 to the result.
Okay. All right, and I get 7.
Okay. Well, that's a 5 because it looks like you put your +2 in there, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so you got a 5. Do you want to? So a 5 is a mixed success.
Oh, I thought you told me I had +2.
Didn't you put it in there? Oh, well, yeah. You only ever get one, like either +2 or -2 or a flat roll. But it looks like in your roll you rolled a 3 and you had +2 to it. So.
Oh yeah, there it is. Well, I'll spend a heart and reroll.
Okay.
I was looking at my previous roll. That was the issue.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Amazing.
So with a 15, that is a 12 plus. So you get.
Do we get like Tron effects? Like,
I think, yeah. I mean, it's the thing is going nuts. There's wind everywhere. There's stuff blowing all over the place, and then like everything finally calms down, and you see Lorelai is standing at the door, and she's like, what did you little maniacs do?
We performed the ritual.
All right, what do you want?
Where do we begin? Yeah, as Parker just starts, I want that sweet engine for my bike. I want a cool jacket. I want a new
You want boots that never wear out and always look good.
definitely good looking boots. And they don't they have to stay at the appropriate level of worn out, you know, not like so I guess Parker's mostly focusing on bike and fit. And I guess would probably at some point throw in like and like I don't know money or something.
And they're like, okay, so you want to be a badass. Got it. And then they like look to everyone else, and Steph is there. What does Steph want?
Oh, Steph just casually gets the other grimoires. And then politely looks at the fairy. Don't worry, Mommy and Daddy take very good care of me.
I think you get a similar, like a from Osiris. There's like a I already have everything I need. Like,
oh, you know what? Actually, I think when Osiris says that, Steph gets a look on their face, and they look at the fairy. I want you to make Dungeons and Darkness cool.
Nice. And they're like, and I think they say, "Oh, yeah, that would help with Wyatt and Gary. Gary and Wyatt's wished as well."
And then Steph makes a face up.
So then the football guys just want to like win their champion, win a ring or whatever. What does Veronica want?
What kind of? Because Veronica does crimes and is a physics assistant, right? What? I'm trying to remember. What kind of? Jamie, you said what kind of crimes Veronica did, right?
Yeah. Like she's been helping me. The idea I have is like, what if this whole time she's been trying to take down that teacher cult, right?
Ooh.
Like, and she wants help with that.
Nice. Okay. So she's like, oh, well, I have a list. And it's just like a list of names. And she's like, I need these people to stop doing dark magic.
Metal.
So then like we get that. So Lorelai goes, oh, look at the time. It's time for Gary and Wyatt's challenge. I'll see you all downstairs. And then you hear motorcycles outside the building. And there's like screaming coming from downstairs.
Challenge?
She just like poofs.
Motorcycles and challenge?
And downstairs, Simon and Molly, you hear like loud motorcycle, like louder than the music in the ballroom, and there's like a crash, and people sort of like they're like people on motorcycles burst through the windows into the room and start like driving through the crowd.
I know what song should be playing.
What song is it?
Der Kommissar.
Oh yeah. Nice. That happens. And they're driving through the crowd, and people are like trying to get out of the way, and I think the music comes to a stop. Does Simon stop playing, or well, I guess Der Kommissar is playing. So the band just starts playing that, and that keeps going throughout the thing, because I think Duran Duran is here by will of a fairy, and so they're not allowed to stop playing. And so that's playing, and the stuff's going through, and they're starting to like round people up into like, threaten them with chains and stuff. What do you two do?
Can I actually fly with my glamour fairy wings, or is that just a visual effect?
Well, you can roll orange magic to like telekinesis yourself around.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Cool. So then, Molly, how are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling like, well, I was feeling joyous, right? I think that I am confused now.
Okay.
The motorcycle, where do they come? Who are they? What do they want? Yeah, very confused.
Nice. And so you're blue, and you were trying orange magic. So then you're rolling a d4 for that, and then the default for magic is mental. So
okay, yeah, I will do that. D10 and D4.
okay.
I got a 6.
All right. Well, a 6 is a partial success, which means you are flying, but something else, like, is it a shaky flight? Like, is it wobbly a little bit?
It's not graceful.
Okay. So you're up there, but it's like a moth, right? Like, you're just kind of you're moving around. So you don't have a lot of like, you're gonna have trouble like doing anything dexterous while you're up there. What's your goal? What are you trying to do?
I mean, I'm mostly trying to not get rounded up.
Oh, sure.
And also to sort of get the view, right? Like, what are they doing?
Oh, yeah. So they're like running through, rounding people, like getting them into little groups, and just sort of trying to take control of the room.
Okay.
And you see that Wyatt, it was with you. So when you like flew up, I think he got like shoved into a pack.
Okay.
With some of them. Gary appears to not be around. And a bigger guy who looks like he's like way too big, right? Like he's got some like trollish features, but he's humanish, and he just sort of like hulks into the room, and he's like, "Who's in charge here?" And like no one is stepping up.
I'm looking for Mr. Tyler, because I think
there's a teacher here. Why aren't they doing anything?
Such a geek.
Amazing. So then, yeah, I think. What do we think Mr. Tyler does? Mr. Tyler he's like the nerdy teacher. So there's probably like he probably does try to like step up, and he's like, I guess that would be me. And there's like a weird cadence, like the way the way this like troll dude moves. It's like there's like a whip sound anytime like the camera cuts quickly, and he's like whoosh, like his hand comes out, and he's like, defend your house. And like two of the dudes get off of motorcycles and start walking over to him with like a bat and chains, and they're just like stalking towards him. What does Simon do?
So I have this bug out bag.
Yeah.
Right. Malfunction. So I will bug out. I think the tie that's tied around my head, right? I think I loosen it, but not enough for it to break or separate. So I'm in it. I let it drop to the floor, right? And can I go upstairs?
Sure. Yeah.
Because it's not here, and it's probably safer up there.
Yeah, sure. I think this is a good moment when I think these are dark spawn, like these are shadow creatures. And when you come into contact with dark magic or dark spawn, you can sometimes be chosen. And I think Simon and Molly are chosen in that moment. And I'm going to show you, I think Molly gets chosen by Magus, and you become a mage.
Ooh.
And you get these two things. You get a wave affinity, which is you get to pick a color and you roll it one step higher. And then you get a little familiar, which is like a little ball of light. So you always have your color of magic available.
Yes.
And I think Simon
Mhm.
is chosen by the Traveler.
Nice.
And you are slippery. You can slip out of a bad spot, be it a
Yes.
squad car, a locked room, or an extremely boring conversation, and you just poof, and you are gone. But I think you said you go upstairs, right?
Yeah, because I know that some of us went upstairs, and so I don't know what's going on up there, but I assume they're safer up there than down here.
Yeah. So you appear in like a lab, and there's a bunch of people in here like making out or something, and but
Nice.
like yeah, and the place is trashed. And it appears that like everyone seems a little confused. Maybe what are Parker and Steph doing?
Yeah, Parker definitely is sort of like looking around, probably like trying to head towards a window to be like, what is going on down there? And but also just sort of like keeps looking over towards like Stefan, Osiris, and Veronica of like, what?
Yeah. And then, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Steph is just trying to fight back their growing feelings for Osiris. That's all. No biggie.
Awesome.
Just terrible.
And Simon just appears there. Poof.
What? You finally come to your senses about Duran Duran?
Did I come at a bad moment?
What's going down there?
Yeah, motorcycles challenge. What?
And then I explain everything that's happening in the ballroom with the trollish person. And then I
Wait,
tell
where's
them that
Molly?
they're about to kill Mr. Tyler down there. He's about to die.
Wait, what the?
I think Steph starts rushing to go downstairs.
Yeah.
So I think the party's over. I think the party's over.
Parker looks for something like baseball bat sized and heads down too.
Nice. So it's like I think Mr. Tyler's about to die. He's definitely dying, and then everyone's grabbing weapons, and then it cuts downstairs, and Mr. Tyler is like barely holding them back with magic. Like he's created like an orange or a yellow barrier around himself, and they're just like beating on it, and it looks like it's failing, and he's like kind of cowering under it. When the rest of you sort of like funnel into the room and see the chaos that's happening. And you can like I think as you rush downstairs, you see Lorelai talking to Gary, telling him it's your house. You need to go and defend it. Because you get the sense that they wished for something, and she is trying to give it to them. And so like you rush past them, and she's like, "Hurry up!" and like sort of like shoves him, and then like poofs away. And so Gary is tentatively coming with you as you rush into the room. What do you all do when you see these two? I don't know. Mutant-looking dudes, sort of just like beating on Mr. Tyler's shield.
I say, Antonio, just like we practiced, and then I trained him to be a bodyguard as well. I'm just saying.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, Parker just goes into a slide tackle.
Oh, nice. So you're gonna try to knock one of them down?
Yeah.
Okay. So you that sounds like you are making like a physical attack. So you
Sure.
The way that like overcoming challenges in Lighthearted works is you just inflict conditions on the challenge until it reaches a threshold, and then the challenge is overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And they're narrative, just like the conditions that you get placed on you. So you are attacking a darkspawn with a physical attack. So you...
Oh. I get a thing.
You become a warrior.
Ooh.
You're chosen by war.
Wow.
So yes, you get to boost one of your physical stats, bod or motor, one step. This is probably a bod attack.
So I'll boost bod then.
Yeah, and you also have Bring It On, which means you're never outnumbered.
Wow.
So yeah, so go ahead and roll bod, and however you feel about this, to try to get one of these dudes to whatever condition you're trying to inflict on them.
Yeah.
I think the risk is that they, you get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, switch back to the dice there. What do we got? A 7. Okay, so 7 is a mixed success, which means you probably just trade conditions.
Yeah.
So this dude takes a condition. I'm gonna.
I think they rip up Parker's jacket.
Oh no, not the jacket.
Oh yeah, they tear up your jacket.
Yes, I'm gonna take a condition on glam.
Okay, so yeah,
How
so your
dare.
jacket is thrashed. What's the condition that this dude takes?
Toppled.
Toppled. Okay, so he's on the ground.
Mhm.
And I think this is the dude with the bat. And so he is toppled. So he's like knocked down, and the other one is still like using its chain to like. It looks like he hit the shield one more time, and then he turns toward you, like he's gonna come at you. What does Steph do?
Well, of course, we put on the music because the band is still there, and they're forced to play Michael Jackson's "Smooth Criminal."
Okay.
Like dun 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 dun, and they have a face like, why am I playing this?
Nice.
And
Awesome.
then so Steph and Antonio move in sync, right? And then they
Mhm.
breathe in and breathe out at the same time. And just like the training people walked us through. And so I think we have a moment where we flash back to our our training montage. And then I'm gonna go
Nice.
for the chain guy, definitely. Like what I'm trying to do is like we're gonna move too fast. I'm trying to distract him, basically
Okay.
using mommy's very expensive training program.
Nice. So you planned for this.
Yay!
So yeah, when you try to plan or use divination or something like that, or you're prepared for an encounter with the darkness, you can be chosen by Celestia. You get glimpse tragedy, which means you can get little glimpses of bad things happening, and you can try to intervene before they actually happen. And you also get wax prophetic, which means once per session you can deliver a prophecy, and if it comes true, you get 2 heart.
Ooh. Yeah. Awesome. Ooh. I think I'll save the prophecy for the next moment, but I'm forming ideas about it. But very cool. I want to say I love the symbols. I think what it looks like is Steph's prismatic hair glows all these different colors, and this like third eye shows up in glowing neon on their forehead.
Yeah. I'll pull up all the symbols on the screen there.
Perfect.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you're trying to, I assume, take out this person with the chain.
Oh yeah.
In like a coordinated strike.
Yes.
So what do you want to roll to do that? It could be bod if you're just like on a physical attack, or you could roll something else if you make a case for it.
I would like to argue that it's glamorous only because of the style and the money that went into making sure I could pull off this move.
Because you bought this expensive training.
Yeah, it's not natural.
Okay, so it's an I know kung fu moment.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll let you roll glam for that. Okay, it's got to be a flashy attack though. Like it's got to be. You got to describe it super flashy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm thinking it's like, Neon Genesis Evangelion comes to mind, that when they synced up to attack. But I basically think we're doing cartwheels and we're like upping each other like in this like flashy Cirque du Soleil kind of ridiculous over the topness. Like It's way too many moves. It's not like streamlined at all.
Right.
But in my mind, it's because we're trying to distract them. Right. It comes to the point where the light splits and it looks like there are like several versions of us.
Ooh, right? Nice.
Yeah, I'm really going for the glam.
Okay, cool. So are you trying to like fit? So any condition is a good way to help get rid of these guys. So is it just that you're trying to distract them? Like you're trying to inflict distracted? Is that the condition you're going for?
Oh, I want to go for
Like-
dazzled.
Dazzled. Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll and let's see what we get.
Okay, so let's see. I think I'm still being aggressive. So
Yeah.
let's, yeah. Okay. So D8 and D6. All right. Do. 7.
Okay. 7 is a mixed success. So you definitely dazzle them, but I think Antonio gets grabbed by one of the other ones that was like doing something. And you're not going to be able to roll glam again for like this kind of thing because now your buddy, like your partner is out of the mix until you can free them. Yeah. So this is probably they took my property. So this is probably a condition on glam, where it's Antonio's trapped. So until someone frees Antonio, you can't roll glam. Okay. So Simon, you also came running into the room. You see that there are probably like 5 groups that are, guarded by one of these just gnarly looking biker mutants. And then there's the big guy in the middle of the room. What do you do? Simon, you're muted.
Where's Mr. Tyler?
He's still under his. Oh no, the other 2 are distracted. So he probably finally lets his shield down, and he's like gasping, right? Like he just ran a mile, and his face is sweating, and he's like, it's just like crouched.
Gotcha. So I would get over to Mr. Tyler. I think he needs some cheering on, right?
Yeah.
He's the adult. He's got to get in there and adult.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna tell him to take command of the situation?
Yeah, I mean he's faculty. We're on campus, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's like student housing situation.
Yeah, do your job, or we're gonna die.
Awesome. So you're trying to encourage him to press on and take the heat more.
Yes.
So that sounds like Sway.
Yes.
And he's like breathing heavy and looking at you like, are you seeing these guys?
So if you will let me, I do have that XP, and you said I could spend it.
Yeah.
I will spend it now to move my sway to a D6.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
not too cheaty.
Yeah, no, not at all. That definitely fits with. I gained some confidence playing a show for all these people.
Nice. That's what I'll do. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll it. And how do you feel about that?
I'm scared because I don't know that he's actually going to be able to pull it off, even if I convince him.
Right.
So I'm scared. Yeah.
Am I sending him to get beat up by these whatever these are?
So I'm scared. I have no confidence in him that he can do it. But
awesome.
I can't do it.
Okay. So what's your emotional state right now? What was that at when you were?
So I think at the start of the scene, it would have probably have been joyous, right? Because I'm in the band. I'm playing Andy Taylor's guitar. I got that guitar, that saxophone solo, right? So I think I was probably joyous.
Okay, cool. So then you would have marked yellow, and then you're rolling blue, which is a D4.
All right. So it's a D4 and a D6 for sway?
Yes.
All right. Oh, did I do that wrong?
So you can roll. So let's see. So looks like the D4 got a 4, which that's an explode. So that one you can roll another D4. Okay, it blew up again. So keep going.
Keep going.
Okay, so that is a 10.
That is an overpowered D4. Yeah.
So you got a 10, which means you did it. You did the thing you wanted to do, which is you encouraged him. So I think what happens is this is like you clearing his condition. Like he was exhausted, right?
Right.
And so he's like, he's going to power through. And so he gets up and he's like, damn it. this is my school. Like he starts yelling at them. And
Oh my gosh, can I interject and say this is when I start prophesizing?
Yes, yeah.
What's his name again? Mr. Tyler, right?
Yeah, Mr. Tyler.
Yeah, I think at that moment, like, Steph's hair starts to glow and the eye opens wide and they start talking in a voice that's not their own. And they say, Mr. Tyler, it is time for you to face your destiny, to become the warrior of magic that you have always denied within yourself.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to come true or not, but you know.
And so the school mascot is a bull, and he like slams his hand to the ground, and with yellow magic he says, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns, and like conjures a giant yellow glass bull, and it starts charging through at the big guy, which I think just creates an opening for someone else to jump in. Molly, you're flying around. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. So,
Mr. Tyler, your mentor, just did the thing.
Yeah. So I did notice that, but I think actually what happens is the group that Wyatt is in, like the heavy that like kind of shoves him or pushes him or hurts him in some way.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just done. I'm like, you don't mess with my date. I think that the color that I have an affinity for is actually violet. And I think
Okay.
we're going full on, like, coming for revenge, baby. Because this was supposed to be my magic moment, and you ruined it. So I'm gonna hurl some curses at these troll people.
Awesome. Okay. So mental's the default there, but
Yep.
if you have a different stat you want to use, you can.
No, I like mental.
Okay. And then you have to roll violet because
Yep.
when you do magic, you have to roll the color that you use.
Yep.
So let's see some dice.
So for violet, if I'm like, what die am I rolling for that?
So violet. So you are rolling. So you said you're at violet already?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's open it up. So
if that's my affinity, do I bump it up?
Yeah. So then you would roll a d10. But so here's what happens. If you when you do a spell, you mark stress on the stat that you used.
Yep.
When you roll your current emotion, you mark stress on the stat that you just used. So you said your current emotion is violet?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're going to roll a d10, but you're going to have to mark stress twice, and you only have one stress box. So you're going to take a condition because you don't have enough stress for the second one.
Gotcha.
Unless you get like a 12 plus, and then you could be like, nah.
Okay.
So let's see what you got.
Okay. But I'm still rolling 2d10.
2d10, yeah.
10. Oh, there is no d10 for emotion.
Oh, you know what? That's my bad.
All right, I'm going to just type it in then.
Okay, yeah. If you put a little explodey or a little exclamation point after the die number, it'll explode.
2d10 exclamation point.
Okay, so you got an 11.
Okay.
Because you picked the higher of the two. So yeah, you did get a 10, and then it rolled a 1.
Gotcha.
I think. Oh no, or is it? I don't know how to count this.
Yeah, it's unclear.
You know what? I'm going to give you the 12 because I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you got the 12 plus. So tell me how this looks awesome, and you don't take a condition for the extra stress.
Yeah. So I think what the curse actually kind of does is it sort of transforms the glass bowl into like maybe, oh, you know what it is? It's the fire bowl from The Last Unicorn. That's what happens. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So describe it for me because I don't remember that scene specifically.
Yeah. So the bowl is always red, but when it goes to like attack the unicorn, it's like actually on fire, right? It's like flames and it's angry, and it has like physical form rather than the glass bowl, which probably would have been very scary, but not actually done that much damage.
Nice. So then we have this like flaming bull that attacks the one was rude to Wyatt. And this thing, because it's a creature of shadow, when it's destroyed, it just sort of like poofs to shadow. Like you get the like the Buffy burn away shadow
Yeah.
kind of situation. So you don't end up with like, we don't just have like a blood. It's not like a gory mess because it's a PG-13 show. So
Yeah.
is this when our one F word gets used?
Yeah.
Does Molly get
Molly
it?
say fuck.
Oh yeah.
You don't fuck
I
with my
go for it.
boyfriend.
Awesome.
All of a sudden, we've stepped up from going on a date tomorrow to boyfriend.
Yeah, right.
Perfect.
I mean, you just save his life, so props. And so that thing is destroyed. You're flying there, looking badass, and Wyatt is like looking up at you with admiration and I don't know, lust in his eyes, and like he's very impressed. And we cut back over to Parker. What does Parker do? You got the big guy there. There's a glass bowl keeping it busy.
So the big guy's being kept busy. There were like a bunch of other ones too. Sorry, Kurt, you're muted.
Yes, yeah, but you get the sense that they're taking his orders.
Okay.
So if the big one, like you get the sense that they would follow, like it's a boss battle. So if you might be able to defeat the big guy and stop the fight.
Well, then if the big guy is like being distracted, I guess Parker would sort of look at all the little guys and go, follow the leader, and head over to the big guy and go to like just smack him out of the park.
Nice. Okay. So you charge over there, and he's definitely distracted by the bull. Go ahead and roll some dice, and then we'll see how it looks.
Yeah. I'm feeling very optimistic.
Okay, you got a 6. So this would be like a trade conditions type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can use heart to reroll to try to get higher. But it looks like you had 2d8, so there's a chance it could go higher than 6.
Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, it did.
Adira has been killing it on these rerolls.
I
I'm just gonna
know.
say.
Oh my gosh, that's the second 15 we've seen.
It's like, oh, why not?
Yeah, and it was a deer last time.
Yeah, it was Adira last time.
Oh man. Okay. So with a 15, you do not trade conditions. You get great effect, which you tell me how you like defeat this enemy.
This feels very sort of like Team Rocket. He literally flies out of the room off into the sky with a little twinkle as he disappears, and all the little dudes all just like go, ah, and they book it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can I say like he drops Antonio?
Sure.
And I'm there to catch Antonio. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because you saw it. You got the glimpse, right, of Antonio falling and getting hurt. And you were like, no, I'll be there for you, Antonio. And you like slide into place.
Yeah. And I would say, grab Antonio. Parker like turns around, having just like smashed this guy out. Looks to everybody, goes, great. Grabs Veronica and just does the dip kiss.
Nice.
Styling.
Amazing. What song kicks up when the dip kiss happens?
Ooh. I love a suggestion.
Let's go with.
Oh, there's like so many good ones here.
Yeah.
There's The Glory of Love. Or The Power of Love is probably better.
What about
Sure.
Love is a Battlefield?
Love is a Battlefield works.
Yeah.
Or Cherry Bomb if you want to
Oh,
just go
cherry
with like
Cherry
full
bomb
on
bomb.
sounds
rebel.
more like
Cherry bomb.
Adira.
100%
Yeah,
Sounds more like
cherry
Parker.
bomb.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I as a person listen to that song on the regular.
yeah. So cherry bomb as the dip happens, and yeah. So I think that it cuts right there, and then we get I think we get like wrap up epilogue scenes
Mhm.
of like the party winding down, or like little bits of what everybody else wanted to get out of the party. So does anybody have something they want to go first? Okay, Molly, what do we see?
So there needs to be at least one more slow dance in which Wyatt and Molly stare longingly into each other's eyes, and it ends in a kiss.
Yes, 100%. That's awesome. So yeah, so it cuts back, like the party is wound down, like a bunch of people have left, but Duran Duran is still playing. And we get let's see. Okay, and we get this like awesome time after. That's when we get the like time after time or dance hall days or something like that scene. Who else has a thing that they want to happen?
I think it might be nice for Parker and Simon to have like a little sort of a moment of like, yeah, good job. Like, yeah.
Simon's trying to avoid that.
Well, Parker definitely goes up to Simon and is like, you know, you did good.
And I think Simon says, hey, you're kind of a badass.
Yeah. That's a little new, but I like it. Good luck. She walked away.
Yeah, no, that's perfect because I think it gets that you get that silence like that as they're saying nice things to each other, right? And they're having a conversation, and then I think you get that awkward moment in there between the two of them, and then yeah, there's the good luck, and right, we cut away, right?
Yeah, I
think
like
that's perfect.
Nice. And then the camera picks up on what do we see? What do we see of Steph and Osiris?
Oh my gosh, I have it all planned out. Okay. So I think first Steph tries to pull Antonio into a dance, and Antonio just shakes his beautiful head and points towards Osiris, and then pushes Steph towards him. And then the song that comes on is Right Here Waiting by Richard Marx. And Steph just like steps forward, offers a hand, and says, I have to tell you something.
What?
And like Steph, I'm trying not to laugh, that's why I had to mute for a bit. And then so Steph comes forward and pulls out like this beautiful glittering D20 and places it into Osiris's hand and says, I want you to be my GM.
I know just the dungeon.
And then I think at that Steph just goes, perfect, and pulls him in for a kiss.
Nice. And I think the like dark black glittery hair that Steph hides like falls out, and it matches Osiris's like glittery dark hair.
Oh my gosh, and when we kiss, my hair turns all black and glittery. Like, oh no, my glamour has turned gothy. Oh.
Amazing. That's okay. Dungeons of Darkness is cool. Goths are the preps. Everything is topsy-turvy. Any other last minute scenes? Okay, I think we get a scene where Lorelai is talking to Wyatt, and she's like, "You did a good job," and she hands in the keys, and she's like, "No, go drive Molly home." And like we see outside, he's like standing in front of a red Ferrari, and like we get to see that like pull out and I think what's the license plate say?
Oh, I don't know.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And we see like the license plate says like sci-fi Lorelei or something like that, and it's like that's and the credits roll. What's our credits song?
Oh my gosh, it has to be St. Elmo's Fire. Right. Like I'm just is that too much?
No,
St. Elmo's Fireball. Yeah, so St. Elmo's Fire rolls, and the car drives off into the distance, and we get credits, and that is Lighthearted.
That was so good.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Awesome.
So I think I'm supposed to do the thing that Strauss typed in the chat there. So thank you. I'm getting an echo. Am I still getting an echo? That is so weird. Am I getting an echo now? Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We're going to do another round of outros, so I will pass it off to someone. I get to go last, it looks like. So, Jay, why don't you go first? Tell everybody who you are and where they can find you.
How's that? Am I echoing? That might be me echoing. No? Am I good? Okay. I'm Matt J. You can find me on Twitter at MattJ0. I'm also the host of the Diceology podcast. You can catch me out there as well. How about you, Jen? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I am Jen. You can find me on Twitter at 10penjen. And you should follow Bully Pulpit Games on Itch this month because we're giving away free games on Fridays, and they're good ones. So so go do that. Adira, you're up.
Yeah, hi. I'm Adira Slattery. You can find me on Twitter at Adira Slattery. You can get my games at adira.itch.io. And I'm doing a Kickstarter for Zine Quest that launches on Valentine's Day. If you like a gay murder romance. How about you, Jamie?
I feel like we saw the prologue to the gay murder romance. I'm gonna stop St. Elmo's Fire because I'm rocking out too hard in my head to it in my head. Okay, so I'm Jamie. I use they them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Temporal Hiccup. And you can also find my games on itch.io at Temporal Hiccup as well. I'm currently working on Apocalypse Keys, which is deeply inspired by Hellboy, the BPRD. I have gotten reports that it is very emotional and romantic, so I guess I accidentally made Monster Hearts Hellboy.
It's so good.
It's really good.
But yeah, so I can't help it. I also love emotional games. This was such a great time, though. I really love Lighthearted. I've liked it since I first heard about it. This has been absolutely fantastic. So thanks for having me, Kurt.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you everyone for playing Lighthearted. Again, I am Kurt. I am the co-author of Lighthearted along with Kate Potts. If you want to learn more about Lighthearted, you can go to lighthearted.games or just like Google Lighthearted RPG and you'll find it. It's out there. You can follow me at Kurt Potts on Twitter. And I think that's it. Thank you so much, everyone.
Kickstarter.
Oh, yes. Well, lighthearted.games takes you to the Kickstarter page.
Oh, okay.
The Kickstarter runs through February 26th. So we've got 19 days left or 20 days left or something like that. And we are like 300% funded. We're hitting stretch goals. Like we're getting really close to unlocking a scene deck where you'll get some cool stuff. So yeah, go back it. If we hit I think 26K, we'll unlock a Lighthearted theme song, which is pod safe, and everybody can use it in their streams. Go do it. So yeah, that's it.
Nice.
But yeah, bye everybody.
Bye.